Hey everyone, Shabim here and welcome back to another video in our series showcasing some of the best young players by position that you can buy in your Road to Glory career modes on FIFA 19. Now this video is all about left backs and left wing backs. We managed to get 9 players who are pretty useful actually at this level, and some players that I think will be very good at the top level once they progress to their full potentials as well. Now of course I will start, as I always do, by saying that some of the people in this video might be available in my career mode and might not be available in yours, so if I have missed anyone then please do drop them down in the comment section down below just to help myself and of course anybody else watching the video. Right, let's get into our list. Let's get me list sorted as the way I've got it. There we go. Right, so first of all we have got Francisco Montero. Now this guy has a current ability of 60 and a potential ability of 79, so not quite hitting that magical 80 mark. He does come from Atletico Madrid, and we can only get him if we pay his release clause of £940,000. I don't really think that's going to be worth it, because looking at his stats, he's not exactly outstanding. And with that potential of only 79, I don't think he's going to be anyone who's going to really turn a lot of heads, but he is here and he is available should you need him. Next up on our list then we have somebody who was showcasing the right back as well, Jordan Lotomba. Now this will be a player I will be purchasing. He's a left back and right back, so it does give you some really good options on both sides. Current ability of 61 with a potential ability of 80, and my scout believes he's worth between £540 and £780,000. Now if you do utilise your trades well, you could get him for basically nothing. If you can utilise your trades well and be very lucky, you could pay absolutely nothing for this player. And he is going to be an outstanding player, because one of the things that I do really like about him, if we go across to his stats, he's got 4-star weak foot, which is great because he plays on both sides. But this is the big one for me, is these pace stats. Now, they're not outstanding, don't get me wrong, but they are very good, especially in League 2, where you could just breeze past players. Now I'm going to play this guy probably at left wing back or right wing back, so he's going to be very attacking throughout the majority of the game and do a little bit of defensive work. He's got good stamina at 67, which is very useful, especially for a wing back who's going to be up and down the pitch a lot. You see his tackling ability is not fantastic. That's what you need to train him up on then, is his real defensive abilities. But I think that he's probably got very good raw physical attributes. It's just his technical ability, you might have to train him in a little bit more. But I think this is a great player to buy, and at the value he's worth, I think to be a steal really, especially if you can get the trade off. Next of our list we have Diego Pampin, a player who is a current of 61, a potential of 79. We have to pay his release clause of 1.1 million. Now that's, I don't think, worth it. With Lotomba above him, I don't think Pampin is as good as Lotomba. But the reason I put him in here is he does have a value of £400,000, which means if you do leave him in your shortlist, potentially that could change, and they might be willing to listen to offers lower than the 1.1 million, which is, it did happen quite a lot in FIFA 18, even in the same transfer window it's possible. But I still think with Lotomba, I don't know if this player is really going to be worth it. We'll look through his stats quickly. 3-star weak foot, 2-star skill moves. They're not great, are they really? For a left back and left midfielder from Spain, I really expected more pace from him, to be honest, but not fantastic. He does have better standing and slide tackles, but to be honest, I really do think that Lotomba is a better player. But Pampin is available should you need him, I suppose, if you look at it that way. And plus, if you've done the financial takeover, then the money wouldn't be an issue for you. So next on our list, we have Francisco Ortega, the Argentinian playing for Vélez Sarsfield. He's got a value of £425,000, so very much like Pampin. You might be able to get him a little bit cheaper a little bit later on, but you can buy him straight away for his £900,000 release fee. Now he does actually have a current ability of 61, but a potential of only 78, which is the lowest on our list. But I literally just said we might be able to get him for a lower value if they do drop their demands. Plus he is a bit more versatile, can play left back and left midfield, so might be worth an option if you are looking to cover both those positions. 2-star skill moves, 2-star weak foot, which is again quite surprising for someone from Argentina. You'd be, well, to be sort of racially stereotypical, you'd expect a bit more skill moves and weak foot from that from someone from one of those sort of countries. He's got decent acceleration, sprint speed and balance though, all in the greens, which is useful. If we go into his other abilities, he's not a great defender, to be honest. 53 standing tackle, 55 sliding tackle. It looks to me like he's more of an attacker, probably a left wing back or a left back. A left wing back or a left midfielder, should I say, but left back I think you might be a bit of a push. You might need to train him up and make him a bit better. Still, like I said, I think Lotomba might be the best option at this point in time. Next up in our list, we have Mattias Pellegrino. Now this guy is a 62 current ability with an 81 potential, so joint highest on our list in today's video. Again, he's not currently available unless you pay his release fee, which is 1.15 million, which again, in League 2 is a big amount of money. That could be sort of 30-40% of your entire transfer budget. So again, I probably would wait to see if that changes and whether they might be willing to accept less for him, because I believe he's actually a pretty good player if I go into his stats, if I remember correctly. I might be wrong actually. Well, he's got decent enough physical attributes. That acceleration, sprint speed, agility and balance is all pretty high. So as a left wing back, that could be pretty useful for him. But again, I believe his defensive abilities, yeah, standing tackle and sliding tackle, 50 and 49 are just not really that great. If he is available, I think he's probably a better left midfielder, or if you're looking for a very aggressive left wing back, he could be a good option for you. But again, I think Tomba might be the best option out of what we've seen so far. So next up on our list, we have Christopher Mamenge. Now he is from Utrecht in the Netherlands. He can play centre-back and left-back. Again, you'd have to pay his release fee at this point, as I've got it now. But again, if you keep a hold of him in your shortlist, that might change very soon. He looks like a good player. Like I say, he can play two different positions, 2-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. Decent enough stats. I think he's a bit more... Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Well done, me. I think he's a little bit more all-rounded. As you can see, he's got pretty good jumping at 82. Good acceleration and sprint speed. With the jumping ability, I feel like he might be more suited as a centre-back, but again, you probably would have to train his tackling ability up, because at 60 standing tackle, 62 sliding tackle, he could be a little bit of a liability in the middle. But again, he is an option, especially if you're looking for someone to cover both the left-back and centre-back positions. He is an option to keep an eye on just in case he is available on your save. Or again, if you've done the financial takeover and the money's not an issue for you, then go and get him, why not? Next up on our list, we have Julius Kade from Hertha Berlin. Again, a player who you will have to pay the release fee of 1.35 million. But again, his value is only 575, so potentially he could be available for less on your save file. I kept a hold of this guy, right? I was going to get rid of him, but when I saw his positions and went, hang on a minute, he can play central attacking midfield and left back. That is the most bizarre combination of positions I think I've ever seen. So he might be a very good player to have on the bench in your team, to be honest with you. He has a current ability of 62 with a potential of 79. Again, he could be very good on the bench just to cover two positions for you. If we look through his ability, 3-star skill moves, 2-star weak foot. He's not bad in the old physical stats. I mean, it could be a lot better. And then we go into his technical stats. Again, he's got decent standing tackle actually of 68, so he's not bad. He could be a great aggressive defensive forward for you if you want to play the Liverpool style and sort of high press their defenders. But again, I just feel like he would be a very good option just to have on the bench to cover two positions. But the main reason I kept him is just for that really weird versatility, and I bet he probably could play other positions as well and be pretty useful for you. So next we have got Max Aarons from Norwich City. Now this is one of the players that I think I'll definitely be looking to purchase on my career mode. 64 current ability, 81 potential. He's got a value of 725,000, but my scout believes anywhere between 870 and 1.2 million would be enough. Now again, if you use your trades well, you could get this guy for a lot less. I think my friend PJ Toby got this player for like 600 or K, so he really lowballed it and they accepted. It was amazing, to be honest with you, but I think he's a fantastic player. If we look at his abilities, here we go. 3-star skill moves, 3-star weak foot. He is absolutely full of pace with the 84 acceleration, 79 sprint speed, 80 agility and 83 balance. And again, playing both those positions, right back and left back, makes him a very useful player to have in the squad to cover two positions. Standing tackle and slide tackle are both good as well. And I think Max Aarons would definitely be one of the players that I would suggest you bring into your Road to Glory career mode. The last player on our list is another one where... I've not even gone down, have I yet? There we go. Another one where we would have to pay the minimum release fee. I kept him on here just in case his value does drop again, because he is pretty good. 64 current ability, potential of 81, so he could be a very good player for you. You've got to pay the 1.6 million release fee, which again, if you've got the financial takeover, which I know a few people do, that's not going to be an issue for you. On a normal playthrough, you wouldn't go for this because the money is just far too high. However, if they do change their mind and will accept an offer for him, which again is perfectly normal, that does happen a lot in career modes, he would be very useful. So I would stick him in your shortlist and just keep an eye on him, see if that changes at all. If we go into his attributes, 3-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot is very, very useful as well. And he is quite dynamic down that left-hand side. Left back, left wing back, and left midfield can really cover a lot of different areas. He's got very, very good stamina, which is going to be one of his main things for you, really. Because, again, in League 2, with lower stamina players, you're going to be changing your team around a lot. With this guy's 78 stamina means he's going to be able to survive a lot longer. 77 acceleration, 71 sprint speed is very, very good as well. And if we come across the final lot of stats, he needs a bit of work in defensive ability. Standing tackle of 57, sliding tackle of 59. I feel like with his high pace and his good dribbling and crossing ability, I think left midfield or left wing back would be his best options. If you're really wanting your left back to do some defending, I don't know if Samba Taro is going to be your best option, to be honest with you. I personally, as we get to the end of the list, I personally would go for either Max Aarons or at the very, very top, Lotomba. I think those are the best two from this list. They're both over 80 potential and they're both quite reasonably priced as well. So I think Lotomba and Aarons would definitely be my suggestions from this list. If you want to see these players in action, then please do check out my career mode, which will be on the channel as well. We are taking MK Dons in a road to glory from the League 2 all the way up to taking over Europe. If you have enjoyed this video, please do hit a like and of course subscribe if you would like to see some more of these types of videos. We are doing every position, and then I will upload a video showcasing an entire team that you can buy on a League 2 budget as well. I've been Shabby Gamer, thank you much for watching, and I'll see you very, very soon for another video in our Bright Stars for Road to Glory FIFA 19 theme in Bibbly Bobbly Bibbly Bob career mode. I've just lost it now, haven't I? Video. Bye!